Good morning and welcome to Let's Talk Real Estate with Corina Cisneros. Today's show is sponsored by Blue Water Mortgage, Summit Title, Allstate Insurance, Dana Gunnarsson Agent, and the Cisneros Realty Group at Keller Williams, servicing the New Hampshire Lakes and White Mountains regions. It's time now to join our host, Corina, and Let's Talk Real Estate on 101.5 WEEI Sports Radio, Lakes Region.
Corina, 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 I love you so.
And good Saturday morning. My name is Corina Cisneros, Realtor with Keller Williams, Lakes and Mountain Realty in Meredith, New Hampshire. Our show focuses on all aspects of real estate, and in the next 30 minutes, we will give you important information that will help you with either buying or selling your home. Today, I'm joined by special friend and guest, Shannon Allan from Universal Property Management. Welcome, Shannon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Today we're going to talk about property management. Now, Universal Property Management covers from the Seacoast to the Lakes region and then from Concord to Manchester. Shannon, why and when may somebody want to call you for property management?
Well, a lot of homeowners get into buying investment property and they do self-manage on their own for a while, but sometimes it just becomes too much of an ordeal for them. There are too many issues that they have to deal with, and it prevents them from buying more investment properties. So they may call us to come in and handle the management so they can focus on growing their portfolios.
So let's just talk about the beginner. For example, myself, I've been thinking about buying my first income property.
You
rental.
should.
Okay,
Yeah.
And by the way, why do you think that's important?
I think it's great. Just like with any financial plan, it's great to diversify your investments, and investing in real estate is a great thing to do. It creates a form of passive wealth income that just continues, to build up your portfolio.
So I'm the beginner and I'm going to buy my first property.
Sure.
So let's say I buy it, but because I know you, I'm going to have you look at it with me before I buy it.
Sure.
For example, just to make sure that you may see some red flags and you may want to tell me, no, not this one because ABC. Corina, this could be a great one because of ABC, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so let's say I buy it. What are the options that I have? Because I'm a busy person. I have my own real estate career. I may not want to get involved with looking for tenants. I may not have time to do the maintenance or the property management and then get my papers at the end of the year for my tax reporting. So what is it that you do more or less?
So we handle all of those things for you. We'll find your tenants and screen them, put them in the property, and then we're there to handle all the tenant issues. We handle their maintenance calls. We handle collecting the rent, following up if there are late payments. We are available 24/7 for emergency maintenance. So there's always, we can always take care of that so you don't have to deal with it. The things like the hot water heater that break, they never break at a timely manner. So it'll be Friday when you're trying to get out of town, and then you have to deal with your tenant issues. So we'll handle all of that for you. We also offer full service accounting and can basically run off any reports that your accountant needs at the end of the year.
This sounds pretty comprehensive.
Yeah.
How do you come up with a price structure for these services? Can you give us an example?
Yeah, sure. So we handle everything for you, and it's basically a flat fee. So you're paying a percentage of the monthly rent each month. Leasing services are going to be a little bit different. That's also a percentage of the first month's rental fee, and then that's just kind of structured every month. There are additional fees if you need our maintenance services. We also work with third-party vendors and owners themselves to perform maintenance on their properties.
So basically you have like a menu of services.
Yes, exactly.
So somebody might want to hire all of the areas that you do, or maybe one or two of them.
Exactly. I've had owners that are actually comfortable managing their own properties, but they want some help with the leasing side, so we can do that for them. I've also had owners that really, maybe they're do-it-yourselfers, they're very handy, so they want to do a lot of the maintenance on their properties. So they still want us to manage them, but they want us to contact them because they may decide to go and do the maintenance themselves.
And how long have you been involved in this area?
So I've been doing property management for the last 13 years.
Okay, that's a long time.
It is.
What has changed from 13 years ago from today in property management?
I would have to say that the biggest change has been technology. Pretty much anything today can be done online. Tenants pay their rent online. They apply for properties online. Everything is automated.
How many properties does your company have in their portfolio today that you're overseeing?
So currently we have about 315 properties, but we're adding more every day.
Wow, that's a huge amount.
Yeah.
How do you find time for all of those?
It's our full-time job so that the owner can do whatever else they're doing in their lives. You know, we're taking care of them around the clock.
Truthfully, I would not do it without you by my side, Shannon.
I'll be here for you.
Okay, thank you, Shannon. Guys, don't go anywhere. It's time to take a break and hear from our sponsors. And remember, the video and podcast of all our shows are available on Facebook, YouTube, and on letstalkrealestatenh.podbean.com. Thank you for listening this morning. We'll be right back with more Let's Talk Real Estate after this on 101.5 WEEI Sports Radio Lakes Region.
There's a house that's a little run down, this city ain't never found. It's miles and miles from a paved road, but it's the love that makes you feel so good. That's what I call home.
Jonathan Ferrante and his team at Blue Water Mortgage is your local mortgage company. They take great pride in guiding clients through the home buying process to help them realize their home ownership dreams. They understand that buying a home can seem stressful, but it doesn't have to be when you work with Jonathan and Blue Water Mortgage. He's available 24/7 to answer any questions and has the tools and resources to give you personalized service, great products, competitive rates, and no surprises. Let Blue Water Mortgage help you get started on your journey to home ownership. Jonathan Ferrante, NMLS number 1694126. Blue Water Mortgage, NMLS number 1291.
Buying and selling real estate is hard, but it doesn't have to be when you partner with an agent that has a proven track record of success. The Cisneros Realty Group at Keller Williams Lakes and Mountains Realty in Meredith helps you fulfill your homeownership dreams through a caring and trusting relationship. They provide exceptional service and advocate for your best interests. The Cisneros Realty Group is your trusted real estate advisor, creating a long-standing relationship now and in the future.
Hi, this is Corina Cisneros from Keller Williams Lakes and Mountain Realty in Meredith. For many years, clients have been putting their trust in me and my full service team. We dedicate ourselves to getting you the most for your home. Remember my name, Corina, like the song, Corina, Corina.
Turbocharge the sale of your home with the professionals at the Cisneros Realty Group, part of Keller Williams Lakes and Mountains, 66 Route 25, Meredith, New Hampshire. Experience and integrity you can trust. The Cisneros Realty Group, online at nhlakeshomes.com. This is Let's Talk Real Estate with Corina Cisneros on 101.5 WEEI Sports Radio Lakes Region. Once again, here's Corina.
And we're back with Shannon Allan of Universal Property Management. Shannon, tell us about your Good Neighbor program and why do we need it?
So this is a great program, and it makes a lot of sense up here where we live in vacation land. We have a lot of second home owners, and basically what this program provides for them is that peace of mind. It's kind of a home watch program, but a little more involved. So we can tailor it to each owner's needs, but this is for the homeowner that maybe isn't able to visit their property for long stretches of time. And it lets them just kind of have that peace of mind that someone is watching the property. We do weekly or monthly inspections to make sure that everything is in working order. We do both exterior and interior inspections. And then we can also arrange for any maintenance needs that they need. And almost like a concierge program. So a lot of our owners that come up in the summer, we have the house cleaned for them. We can have the refrigerator stocked and ready. So when they get to their house, they have everything they need there.
That sounds pretty inconvenient. How much does that cost?
So it depends. It's basically kind of, as before, it's a menu of services. So owners can kind of pick and choose what they want. We have some owners that only want us to do walkthroughs in the winter. We want some owners that want a little more hands-on service. So we tailor it to each individual homeowner.
So give us an example of what you've found in one of these walkthroughs that you discovered that it was good timing.
Oh, sure. So I think one of the biggest issues up here are the winter possible damage to a property. So I was doing a walkthrough and noticed that the heat didn't seem to be on. The property had actually run out of fuel. The fuel company did have the property on automatic delivery, but something had happened in the schedule. And luckily, we were there just in time to catch it before the pipes froze. So it did save the owner a lot of money and headache because we do see those kinds of issues in the winter up here.
I mean, if there was one thing that you would recommend to potential clients for universal property management, what would that be?
So pretty much every property that an owner buys is an investment, and they want to protect that investment. But whether they're not here, they don't have the knowledge, we do annual or semi-annual inspections and give them updates on the condition of the property. So we can actually help them set up long-term, short-term and long-term maintenance plans to make sure that their investment is protected.
Well, again, I'm not going to buy anything without Shannon or Universal Property Management being there. Excellent. Okay. It's time to take a break and hear from our sponsors. And remember, the video and podcast of all our shows are available on Facebook, YouTube, and on Let's Talk Real Estate nh.podbean.com. Thank you for listening this morning. We'll be right back with more Let's Talk Real Estate after this on 101.5 WEEI Sports Radio Lakes Region.
When you purchase or refinance your home, you have a choice in who takes care of your title, deed work, and the closing. Summit Title has earned a reputation for accuracy, dependability, timeliness, and flexibility. They work with you on your timetable to ensure a smooth closing regardless of the complexities that may be involved. When your loan officer or real estate professional asks you who you want to use for your closing, tell them you want Summit Title. You have a choice. Learn more at stscorp.com. Summit Title Services, your closing resource in New Hampshire, Maine, and Massachusetts.
Buying and selling real estate is hard, but it doesn't have to be when you partner with an agent that has a proven track record of success. The Cisneros Realty Group at Keller Williams Lakes and Mountains Realty in Meredith helps you fulfill your homeownership dreams through a caring and trusting relationship. They provide exceptional service and advocate for your best interests. The Cisneros Realty Group is your trusted real estate advisor, creating a long-standing relationship now and in the future.
Hi, this is Corina Cisneros from Keller Williams Lakes and Mountain Realty in Meredith. For many years, clients have been putting their trust in me and my full service team. We dedicate ourselves to getting you the most for your home. Remember my name, Corina, like the song, Corina, Corina.
Turbocharge the sale of your home with the professionals at the Cisneros Realty Group, part of Keller Williams Lakes and Mountains, 66 Route 25, Meredith, New Hampshire. Experience and integrity you can trust. The Cisneros Realty Group, online at nhlakeshomes.com. This is Let's Talk Real Estate with Corina Cisneros on 101.5 WEEI Sports Radio Lakes Region. Once again, here's Corina.
And we're back with Shannon Allan of Universal Property Management. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the harder things in property management. Let's talk about tenant issues and evictions.
Okay. And yeah, those are no fun and no one wants them. We do try to mitigate tenant issues by being very thorough in our application process. But every now and again, something comes up and you have a tenant that is not able to pay their rent or they're not conforming to the rules of the property. And we do have to take steps. Obviously, communication is the biggest key. So we try and communicate very thoroughly with our tenants. We'll have to take demands for rent, notices, and try and, actually get FaceTime with the tenants to find out what's going on. But sometimes we do have to go through the court process and actually follow through with an eviction.
So let's say I buy my first commercial rental property. Say, Shannon, find me my 3 tenants.
Mm-hmm.
How much does that cost and how do you do that?
So we charge a percentage of the monthly management or monthly rental fee. So we charge 75% of that to find you each tenant. And then after that, we kind of charge our monthly management fee.
Okay. When somebody needs to get evicted,
Mm-hmm.
how do you start that process?
Yes.
And how much does that cost, by the way?
Sure. So generally that process is started because they're not paying their rent. We have a grace period during which a tenant can pay their rent. And then after that, we take a demand for rent and a notice of eviction to the property. You actually have to hand deliver those and either post them on the property or hand deliver them into the hand of the tenant. You can't mail them, which a lot of owners think you can, but you have to actually hand deliver them.
Okay. Shannon, do you love your job?
I do. I love my job.
Well, I admire you because if I had to deal with all those things myself, I wouldn't be very happy. So, having said that, I love my job, for example. I love being a realtor. Some people would never like to be a realtor because of what
Sure.
we do, right?
Exactly.
But many people kind of know what a realtor does and what their day looks like. So, let's have a little bit of fun here at your expense. Tell us what a day in the life of a property manager looks like for you.
So a day in the life for me is usually waking up in the morning to maintenance requests from tenants and having to start by fielding those requests.
You get those by email, call, text, what?
It's both. Our tenants are allowed or able to make online maintenance requests, so a lot of them utilize that system. So it's both. It's calls and emails. And then I usually get on the road. I have a combination of showings, meeting people at properties. Sometimes I'll have to meet inspectors for the owners. I meet inspectors from the town health offices, fire department. They'll do general routine yearly inspections of properties. I do deliver some of those demands for rent and notices to quit.
Okay, tell me about the emergency calls.
Okay.
What kind of emergency calls do you get?
So the emergency calls, right before I came in here, I had an exploding hot water heater in a tenant's basement, which is not fun for the tenant or for
do
me.
they actually explode?
Well, it didn't. It just kind of exploded and leaked all over the floor. So it
okay.
wasn't like a
Bomb.
bomb or anything. So we'll have to, fix those. I've had to put on boots and wade through, water with all of this rain that we've been having. We've had basements just filling up with water.
Do you have boots in the trunk of your car?
I do. I have boots and extra clothes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
A lunchbox maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be a long day.
Okay. So what other emergency calls have you gotten that are memorable?
Oh, my gosh. We did have a cat that was stuck in a ceiling one time.
Oh, no.
So we tried to extricate the cat. The poor tenant was just kind of heartbroken. So we had our maintenance staff over crawling through the ceiling trying to rescue the cat. So that was heartwarming. We were successful.
Oh, that's a nice
Very
story.
memorable.
So where does property management today, so scratch that. So, okay, so what is the future of property management? Where do you see property management going in the next 5 to 10 years?
So I feel like in the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to see a lot more people utilizing property management. The process has been made so much easier with technology that owners are able to kind of just be hands off. And I think a lot of people are realizing the value of adding investment properties to their financial strategy. And I think, as people are educated, I think we're going to see more of that. And we're going to see more people using property managers.
Well, again, I can't say this enough. I'm going to be one of your clients. I hope this year.
Yes.
So you can help me select the property, and then you can help me. Well, actually, you're going to teach me.
Yes.
Right? It's a teaching process when you buy your first one.
It's an education process.
It's an education
Absolutely.
process, and then once you have your first one, and you've had it for a year or two, and you feel comfortable, maybe it's time to go for the next one.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, again, I'm so grateful that you, through your phone emergencies, you had time to be on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This is wonderful.
It's fun, and I think you brought a lot of value to our listeners about property management. And, okay, so thanks for listening this morning. This is Let's Talk Real Estate on WEEI 101.5 Sports Radio Lakes Region. I am Corina Cisneros, and we just spoke with Shannon Allan from Universal Property Management. To contact Shannon, you can call her at 603-7664-UPM. Okay? Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you.
Okay, until next time. Ooh, give me 5. All right. It's time to take a break and hear from our sponsors. And remember, the video and podcast of all our shows are available on Facebook, YouTube, and on Let's Talk Real Estate nh.podbean.com. Thank you for listening this morning. We'll be right back with more Let's Talk Real Estate after this on 101.5 WEEI Sports Radio Lakes Region.
Another summer day has come and gone away from Paris or Rome, but I wanna go home.
With the purchase of a new home, you have a lot of choices in homeowner insurance. Working with a local professional to get the right insurance for your home and family is essential. Protect your home with Allstate Insurance and use your local agent, Dana Gunnarsson. Dana is local to the Lakes region and takes the worry out of homeowner insurance. She handles everything from start to finish, working directly with your mortgage lender. She customizes a policy that fits your budget and your needs. Contact Dana directly at 630-9754. You're in good hands with Allstate and Dana Gunnarsson.
Buying and selling real estate is hard, but it doesn't have to be when you partner with an agent that has a proven track record of success. The Cisneros Realty Group at Keller Williams Lakes and Mountains Realty in Meredith helps you fulfill your homeownership dreams through a caring and trusting relationship. They provide exceptional service and advocate for your best interests. The Cisneros Realty Group is your trusted real estate advisor, creating a long-standing relationship now and in the future.
Hi, this is Corina Cisneros from Keller Williams Lakes and Mountain Realty in Meredith. For many years, clients have been putting their trust in me and my full-service team. We dedicate ourselves to getting you the most for your home. Remember my name, Corina, like the song, Corina, Corina.
Turbocharge the sale of your home with the professionals at the Cisneros Realty Group, part of Keller Williams Lakes and Mountains, 66 Route 25, Meredith, New Hampshire. Experience and integrity you can trust. The Cisneros Realty Group, online at nhlakeshomes.com. This is Let's Talk Real Estate with Corina Cisneros on 101.5 WEEI Sports Radio Lakes Region. Once again, here's Corina.
And we're back. This time, we're here with a very special guest and friend that needs no introduction, because if you have been living in the Lakes region since forever, you know Patty Kresco. Now, Patty and I know each other from George's Diner, where I usually have breakfast pretty much every day of the week. And Patty and I were talking about real estate, home ownership, and she started to tell me about a young lady who she knows that wasn't very excited about buying her first home. And then we got talking, and she told me a story that I want her to share with you about her experience when she bought her first house and so on. So Patty, welcome to our show.
Thank you. It's great to be here with you.
Oh my God, it's an honor. I was so inspired by your story. So tell us about when you first bought your house.
So I bought my first home when I was single, and it wasn't my dream home. It just kind of happened, and I thought, you know what, this beats renting, and I'm going to have something in the end, whether I turn around and resell it or if I stay there for whatever length of time. But I can do what I want, and I don't have any landlord to tell me yay and nay about anything. And so it seemed like common sense to do that.
So you were able to qualify for a mortgage.
I did get a mortgage.
And you bought the house.
And I bought the house.
Okay. And you were single back then, right?
And I was single.
Okay. And then what happened in your life after that?
So maybe 2 to 3 years later, I met my husband, and we decided the place was too small. I mean, we did live there for a short amount of time, but 2 doors down from where I bought became another property, which was much larger and a little bit more suitable for the two of us to be if we wanted to start a family.
Yes.
So we had the opportunity, and I thought it's a great opportunity to do that. So that's exactly what we did. And I had bought my house relatively reasonable when I first purchased it, and I'd been there at this point 5 or 6 years. So it seemed like I didn't have to sell that. We had some money saved to do the second home. So I said, hey, I'm going to keep this house and I'm going to rent it out, and that's going to make us a little bit of money.
Okay. So that's when you became not only a homeowner, but you became an investor.
That's right.
Because you kept that second home and you rented it out and you received income for that, correct?
That is right.
And that was enough to pay that mortgage, maybe?
It didn't pay my total mortgage on my
Yes.
second property, but it paid a good portion of it.
And it allowed you over time to build wealth
Yes.
through real estate.
Yes.
And that is a big lesson. I want everybody to hear that, because today you can still do the same. Patty started it a long time ago. Today's young professionals who are renting, they can do the same. So let's keep going on your story. Then what happened?
So after we had our first child, we decided that we wanted to get into the town of Moultonborough. It had that's where I had grown up, and it had a great school system, and it had great taxes. So we were trying to strive to get over towards that way, even though my daughter was barely a year old. So after just about 16 or 17 months, we found a piece of property that needed a lot of work.
Okay.
But it was in the town of Moultonborough where we wanted to end up. So we decided that we would venture over and invest in that property, and we still had the 2 properties in Meredith. So we kept both of those, and we rented those both out, and that totally paid my mortgage when I was in Moultonborough.
Wow, I just have to say that is the American dream.
Yes.
I mean, only in America, if you work hard, save money, you qualify for a mortgage, you can buy another house and another house. And then what happened?
So after we had my son, and we decided that the house just needed a lot more work than we anticipated. So we ended up getting rid of that house, selling that house. Actually, we didn't want to continue to invest in that any longer. But we bought another house where I still live. So I have been at that house for 20 years this month.
Okay, so you went through 3 houses to get to your current house.
Yes.
Which was and maybe still is your dream house.
Yes.
Now, do you still own any of the other houses?
I have one of them that I
Okay.
still own. Yes. So, and it was my first one, believe it or not.
So if you were to give a piece of advice to young professionals who are renting, what would that one piece of advice be?
Well, if you can strive to get to that one piece of property, even though it's not where you want to be forever. It doesn't have to be, but it's the best start you can ever do for yourself, to work towards something that's going to be yours.
That is a mother speaking to everybody out there who's listening. Always try and get to buy your own home. Okay. Well, Patty, it's just lovely to see you today. I always see you at George's Diner, and I look forward to seeing you at George's Diner when I go there almost every morning.
Well, that's always a pleasure to see you.
And what do I order usually?
You have an omelet.
With what?
With provolone, spinach, and mushrooms.
And peppers.
And peppers, yes.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Join me next Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m. for another episode of Let's Talk Real Estate. And if you or someone you know is looking to purchase a new home or sell, please contact me at 603-273-6160. You can also find me on Facebook, YouTube, or on our website at nhlakeshomes.com. If you missed today's show, no worries. The video and podcast are available on letstalkrealestatenh.podbean.com. And remember, mi casa es su casa, and my name is Corina, like the song Corina, Corina. Until next week, play my song.
Corina, 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 I love you so.
Let's Talk Real Estate is presented by the Cisneros Realty Group and sponsored by Blue Water Mortgage, Summit Title, and Allstate Insurance, the Joe Suazo office in Derry, New Hampshire. Let's Talk Real Estate is a production of Modern Media LLC, CRG TV, and MR Strategic Alliance LLC, all rights reserved. Join us every Saturday morning at 8:30 and Let's Talk Real Estate with Corina Cisneros, Realtor, on WEEI 101.5 Sports Radio Lakes Region.